Hey, hey, hey. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of the Las Vegas, Nevada area. And live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin in the Chicagoland area. I'm also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Instagram at It's Jaime Dee / The Jaime Dee Show. That's TheJaimeDeeshow, a real live radio show. For those tuning in their cars right now, thank you for not turning the radio dial. And for those who are on the social media platforms, Gina Chandler. Shout out to my good old auntie, Kara. We got Gina from Chicago, Kara from Phoenix, Arizona. We got people tuning in, Jekko. Hey, we got Jekko from Hawaii tuning in. Yes, it's an absolute pleasure to have you guys here. It's Taco Tuesday, but it's also Tasty Tuesdays. And if you guys have been missing Raven Wainwright, I need you guys to stick around because she's going to be back on today. Yes. Super excited to have Raven Wainwright back on the Jaime Dee Show. All right, let's get into the daily news. There's a lot going on. As written by Fox 5 Vegas, for the first time since last month's deadly shooting, UNLV students returned to campus and some changes in safety protocols awaited them. Fox 5's Nakira Azuka takes a closer look at what's different, how it will better protect students and faculty alike. Now, if you guys were not aware of what happened, there was a mass shooting at UNLV last month, and it was very unfortunate because it took some lives. And it happened on a campus, and it also happened at a place that should be a safe space, a mass shooting, a school shooting, and now a very unsafe space for a lot of students. And it's just a very, very disheartening situation to think about, talk about, and to obviously go through for the students on campus. I've been through school shootings at my universities before too, active ones that actually did happen and those that were just fake attempts or misreports. And so it's a lot to go through. I actually went through one in high school as well, and that school shootings are never okay. They're never something you want to go through. Shootings in general is not something you want to go through, and it's just a very sad story. I want you guys to take a listen to what they had to say at Fox 5 this morning, actually.
Well, today, for the first time since last month's deadly shooting, students are returning to UNLV.
Yeah, Fox 5's Nkirka Azuka has reaction from campus this morning.
Well, I've talked to several students here on the UNLV campus this morning as they go into their first day of the spring semester, and they all tell me that they do feel safe coming onto campus today, but there is that feeling of dread. Now, university leaders have been in talks with Carson City lawmakers for long-term solutions to make sure people feel safe as they come back to school today and for the rest of the semester. Students can expect more video surveillance, and there will also be a private security firm that will also be on campus. There will also be new lock mechanisms for the door as well that are currently not in place. Now, I talked to one student who is a freshman, and this is what she had to say as she walked into this first day of the spring semester.
It's weird coming back. You know, it's like this sense of dread because you're just like, you know, something bad happened here, but it's like we have to come back and we have to get our education, and all we can do is just remember our professors that we lost. And it's a sad thing coming back, but the best we can do is just come back.
And University President Keith Whitfield says that there will also be mental health resources for people that need it. There will be trauma groups for people that they can be a part of. Lots of different resources for people that need it as they go into the second semester on the UNLV campus. And also, they do want to mention that Beam Hall, where the shooting took place, will be closed all semester long. I'll send it back to you.
So if you guys paid attention to the report, what she said was students felt safe, but they also felt uneasy. And you can feel as safe as you want, but you can also feel scared. You can still feel unsafe at the same time. Like, yeah, you know, it probably is not going to happen again for a while, but you never know. You never know. And to be in a space where you believe you could wake up, do you, have a good time, and not worry about your safety And to have that dismantled is just a very unsettling feeling. I don't know if anybody who's listening in right now has ever been a victim of gun violence or who has ever been a victim of a school shooting, but it is not easy to go through. It is not easy to move on from. Let's call a spade a spade. It is not easy to move on from. As somebody who has been a victim of a school shooting, you look at your exits 24/7. You get very uneasy when you're in an extremely crowded room. You get very uneasy when you're in a classroom with the door shut and the lights turned off. There's just so much you go through, and I'm praying for all those students who returned back to UNLV today and who are going through school today feeling uneasy. I know it's not easy, but please remember that there is a way to get help. And I pray that UNLV is pushing this, because I know a lot of schools have therapy for free for students. And if UNLV has that, please remember that there is that resource for you on campus. And if you don't know if they have it, do your research. Call, ask for help, and look for outside resources too, because you shouldn't have to deal with that trauma alone. I know it's not easy. All right, ABC 7 Chicago reported that an investigation is underway following the death of a woman inside a downtown office building last night. Chicago police said a 40-year-old woman was found unresponsive by a cleaning crew at 10:48 p.m. on Monday night on the 6th floor of PricewaterhouseCoopers in the first block of North Wacker Drive. The woman was pronounced dead at the scene. It is unclear if the woman was a PwC employee. Now that's weird. That is very, very weird. It's actually way over 12 hours since they found this woman unalive in their office building, and you guys don't know if that's an employee. Where's your HR office? Who is working HR? You guys can't just search who this woman is? And if this isn't an employee, why was she in y'all's office building? That is a scandal. Whew, I don't know how this story is still underway and still unraveling, but they need to get the answers out ASAP, because that is weird. And it also is way too cold. Like if y'all live in Chicago or don't live in Chicago, you wouldn't know that it's freezing, but it's negative. We're in the negatives. People don't believe when I post it on social media. We're in the negatives. It's cold. AF. All right, part of the neighborhood talk, the Washington Wizards have released Ryan Rollins after he was accused of shoplifting from Target. Not one, but multiple times. You darn dummy. According to local documents obtained by the New York Post, the petty crimes were committed 7 times between September 9th and November 9th. So he was doing this while he was on the darn team. He was charged with 7 counts of petite larceny. What's crazy about this is that his salary was $1.7 million. So he definitely didn't need to be out here stealing. At least not when it comes to the items he allegedly stole, which were groceries, body wash, and candles. What? All the alleged stolen goods were under $1,000, which means it's a Class 1 misdemeanor charge. Quote, the charge can come with a confinement in jail for not more than 12 months and a fine of not more than $2,500, either or both, end quote. That's insane. That is really insane that this man out here making $1.7 million and stealing. I'm going to need him to do better. I'm going to need him to do better because ain't no way. Ain't no way. All right, y'all, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to have some more daily news. So I want you guys to stick around. Daily news, waving Wainwright. And then we're going to have a conversation about Candace Owens. Oh, yeah, we're going to bring her up today because it's you know what? It's cold. We inside, and I got time. All right, y'all, this is KSHP out of Las Vegas, WRMN out of the Elgin and Chicagoland area. Stick around. I'll be right back.
You can't beat Stanley's Grill and Craft Bar for great pub food, beer, and specials. Their Royal Slot Room is your destination for gaming, only a few steps away from the bar. Stanley's has a private banquet room with capacity for 75, with its own washrooms, jukebox, pinball, and games. Dine al fresco at Stanley's Pavilion outdoor dining area. There's a fireplace and huge TV. Stanley's can also deliver right to your home or other local venue. For catering, visit partywithstan.com. This is Marky B of The First Shift, and when I feel like getting serious in the mornings, I call on Jeff Ward of thefirstword.net because he has the solutions to all of our local and national issues.
Every time I talk about this immigration issue, people accuse me, oh, you just want to let them all in. No, we need to take care of our own. You know, of course, if we cut our defense budget by 10%, we could take care of everybody, migrants and our own. And we'd still be spending more money than the next 9 to 10 countries combined.
It's The First Shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m., right here on WRMN.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley and the home of Radio Shopping Show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of the Las Vegas, Nevada area, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin and the Chicagoland area. I'm also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Instagram at It's Jaime Dee and The Jaime Dee Show. Make sure to follow us, okay? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're watching the YouTube right now, I want to remind everybody, in the Instagram, I do acknowledge comments. So don't be afraid to comment because I will acknowledge them. I will shout them out. Shout out to my soror, L_T_HAZ. Hold on, pause. I forgot. Shout out to the wonderful women of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, my beautiful sorority sisters who are the only sorority constitutionally bound to a fraternity, which is Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. So blue phi to my beautiful sorority sisters, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Make sure y'all send a beautiful soror, $19.20. But yeah, shout out to my soror Latoya. Shout out to my soror Nikki. Shout out to everybody. Latina, I see y'all. Danielle, Olivia. You know what? I don't want to get yelled at for not naming somebody, but shout out to the sorors, okay? All right, let's get back into some daily news. As reported by The Independent, a man who made false sexual assault claims against Hollywood executives has been jailed for 4 years. Los Angeles resident Rovier Carrington, age 34, was sentenced following his guilty plea to making a false declaration before a court during a lawsuit in 2018. The Southern District of New York Attorney's Office announced Carrington filed a civil lawsuit in which he accused Hollywood executives of sexually assaulting and defrauding him. The suit sought out $100 million in damages. Y'all. And announcing the sentence, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams called Carrington's scheme to collect millions through the lies a, quote, brazen attempt to manipulate the court system, end quote. In the lawsuit, Carrington submitted several fake email chains to the court that alleged to show that he was sexually assaulted and defrauded. He claimed that he was the great-grandson of one of the Three Stooges actors and was also a writer and actor. But the alleged assaults had prevented the production of his reality television show. While in court, Carrington was confronted due to the emails, yet he submitted a false affidavit that swore that the emails were genuine. To help cover up his lies, Carrington deleted 2 of the email accounts, returned a phone he used to send the emails, and did not show up for court to be questioned about the emails, the attorney's office said. After this, the court decided to dismiss the civil case and impose sanctions on Carrington, stating, quote, these emails were fabricated, and that was bad enough. But the deactivation of the accounts, the efforts undertaken to really foreclose what is necessary discovery in this case, and the stream of lies to me necessitate the sanctions that I am imposing. End quote. Carrington did not stop there. After his case was dismissed, this darn fool attempted to bring it to another court. violated an injunction issued by the court and accused the court of taking bribes. He was arrested in California in 2021 on a perjury charge for fabricating the emails. Carrington eventually pleaded guilty, but still went on to file yet another lawsuit seeking $1 billion, quote, making similar allegations, end quote. On top of his 4-year sentence, he was also given 3 years of supervised release. His sentence was more than twice what prosecutors had requested, according to the Associated Press. The prosecutors wrote in a pre-sentence submission that Carrington's fraudulent behavior could encourage, quote, the false perception that many such claims are fraudulent, chilling others from bringing meritorious sexual assault claims, end quote. Carrington's defense team said that their client was remorseful for the mistakes he had made and looks forward to moving past this case into the next stage of his life. Now, I don't know what's in the next stage of his life, but this man, I'm sorry, I find this absolutely hilarious that this man went out of his way to sue these people and lie. And my thing is, at that time, it said it was 2021, and it was also 2018. There was way too much technology, even at that time, to think that you can get away with fabricated emails, to think that you can lie to the court. I don't know why this man thought he was going to get away with this dumb stuff. And I hate things like this because I am all for supporting those who do not victim shame. I'm here for it. Also, shout out to Blondie. Shout out to IMC Alexandra for listening in right now. I appreciate y'all for listening into the Jaime Dee Show, a live radio show. But yeah, I just don't understand. I don't get it when people do these things because you make it hard for those who are actual victims. When you have people like me who are using their platforms and they're saying, don't victim shame, don't victim shame. There's those people out there who are being raped, sexually harassed, sexually assaulted, and all those other things. And we're saying, no, don't victim shame, believe the victim. And we have people like you who just ruin the whole cause. And the sad part is, it's reality. It takes one person. It takes one person. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. This man deserves what he gets. Okay, real quick, looking at the comments, Natural Radiant says, Happy Founders Day to the finer women of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I said my sorors. Okay, I'm gonna be in so much trouble for doing this, but I said my sorors. Yeah, you looking good today. Well, a Zeta lady looks good every day. Blue 5. I ain't about to get put on Greek shenanigans, but yeah, shout out to my sorors. All right, next story. As posted by the Neighborhood Talk, according to several reports, police were looking for a teen on weapon charges when they raided Rita Jennings' home. Jennings' niece and her 17-month-old son, who has a heart defect, were visiting from Kentucky. The toddler was awaiting open heart surgery that is scheduled for next month. Police threw 2 flashbangs through the window. Bruh. The grenades hit near the son, who was sitting in a swing near the window, and covered him in glass and smoke. The child's mother says she couldn't grab her son because guns were pointed at her. Her son now has chemical pneumonitis. Am I saying that right? How do you say that, y'all? Pneumonitis? Pneumonitis. I think it's pneumonitis. We're going to do that one. Which is inflammation of the lungs and irritation of the lungs and the soft tissue around the lungs. Now, hear me out. I'm a live radio host. And I do have me a real good master's degree, and I know how to sound things out, but sometimes these words be getting at me, y'all. And you know what the funny thing is? I do be going to Google, and I do my job, and I do hear it out first, get it pronounced for me, and then sometimes I get here and I be like, pneumonitis? But this is not a laughing matter, because the story is horrible. But yeah, the son has this horrible issue to deal with now, on top of waiting open heart surgery. And what's worse is, obviously, the suspect was not found at the home. Police said they announced themselves before entering. However, the homeowners believes that this person the police are searching for may be a previous tenant of a previous owner of the home, which is insane. There are just so many things that the police do that I'm just like, why are we still doing them? Why are we still doing car chases. Oh my gosh, living in Los Angeles, California, the amount of car chases, the amount of helicopter chases, that stuff is not only scary for those who are not a part of it, but it's also extremely dangerous. Then they're doing all these raids, they're doing these no-knock warrants. I mean, all these dumb things that I believe that police should not have the ability to do, because why? And then when you do this, I need police to make sure they have all of their research done, all of their ducks in the row, because this innocent, already disabled child is now fighting for its life because y'all decided to throw 2 flashbangs in the wrong person's home. And then we all know when they do these raids, they are extremely aggressive, and it's completely accusatory from the jump. So it ain't like they busting the door down there asking, hey, is the right person here by chance? No, it's get on the ground, get on down, shut the hell up, da-da-da-da, rah, rah, rah. Come on now. I can't say that everybody on the police force is bad, but you got to do better. You got to do better. I'm tired of reading these bad police news stories. Because come on, man. You're supposed to be out here serving and protecting us. All right. Looks like Diddy has yet another business venture that he is no longer a part of after he decided to drop a lawsuit against liquor maker Diageo and cut ties with the company. For years, Diddy has been advertising his alcohol brands Ciroc Vodka and De Leon Tequila. He had a distribution partnership with Diageo that eventually fell through after Diddy accused them of discrimination. Last year, he filed a lawsuit against the company claiming that they allegedly blackballed his brand, which he believed was racially motivated. Diageo actively denied those claims and were fully prepared to battle it out in court. Diddy probably was ready to fight it out in court also, but in light of his other, more pressing lawsuits, the ones where they're saying that he is a rapist, a sexual assaulter, a liar, a scammer, and all these other darn things, he has decided to drop the lawsuit and take back all of his claims. According to the WSJ, the two have agreed that Diddy would no longer own De Leon or Ciroc, and both brands will continue to be sold under Diageo without any ties to Diddy. Quote, Sean Combs and Diageo have now agreed to resolve all disputes between them. Mr. Combs has withdrawn all of his allegations about Diageo and will voluntarily dismiss his lawsuits against Diageo with prejudice, end quote. The statement attributed to both parties reads, quote, Diageo and Mr. Combs have no ongoing business relationship, either with respect to Ciroc Vodka or De Leon Tequila, which Diageo now solely owns, end quote. And be very honest, it's so hard talking about people in my industry, but then again, I hold myself accountable, so y'all don't have to. And I know if I messed up, which I will one day, I hope y'all give me grace, but I know there'll be a lot of people out there who will hold me accountable and who will not hold me grace. So I can't hold back when I say, if you're actually doing these things, Diddy, this is what you deserve, man. It sucks to say this because I've always wanted to work with you. Always wanted to work with Diddy, man. And it's just like, ugh. Can we just have good people in the industry, especially black people? Come on, y'all. Y'all know that y'all are going to be the ones who are going to make the most example out of. They're going to let all these white people get away with it. I'm sorry, white people, I love y'all. I know y'all listen to me on the air. But seriously, they're going to let the white men get away with it. They're going to let some white people get away with it. When it comes to black people or people of color or minority groups, they're going to always be made an example out of. Come on, y'all got to do better. Especially people like you, Diddy, who got it out the mud, who came from the hood, man. Do better. Jeez, I want to work with you. All right, y'all, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Raven Wainwright with Tasty Tuesday. Guys, stick around. Super excited. Don't go anywhere. It's the Jaime Dee Show live on KSHP out of Las Vegas and WRMN out of the Elgin and the Chicagoland area. I'll be right back.
WRMN would like to thank our veterans, like Jerry Christofferson, who talks about the impact of Wall That Heals, coming this spring.
That's the first time he talked to his family about the Vietnam War. He was awarded Purple Hearts, but he never wanted to accept them really because he thought he should have done more. It means a lot to him. It means a lot to anyone that served in Vietnam and anybody that was in the service. Because when those guys came home, they were treated very badly. We want to fix that mistake.
For more information, visit TruePatriotsCare.com.
LaFleur Taco Grill at 910 Dundee Avenue at the corner of Slade has great fast casual Mexican food for the whole family. There's a huge selection of salads, quesadillas, a Taco Tuesday special, burritos, gorditas, and the Thursday Flautas dinner deal. LaFleur Taco Grill also has American favorites and breakfast. There's a kids menu too. Planning an event? LaFleur has catering with both Mexican and American foods. Call 847-214-1306 or LaFleur Taco Grill on Facebook. WRMN says thank you to all of our local veterans, like Jerry Christofferson of True Patriots Care.
We had the 1,700 flags up across from the wall. That's how many POWs and MIAs from Vietnam are still missing. Plus, we do veterans and first responders funerals.
Yeah.
And so if you ever drive by a funeral home or a church or a cemetery and you see the flags, you know a soldier died today.
Go to TruePatriotsCare.com for more information. And veterans, thank you for your service to our country.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin in the Chicago land area. Yes. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here. Y'all, as y'all know, I love bringing on amazing, fun, happy, positive, well-resourced, educated, and just all around beautiful people on my live radio show. Now, if you're just now becoming a fan of the show, if you're just now tuning in, and I know a lot of people who are new to the territory because I'm now in Chicago doing a live radio show and also still out of Las Vegas doing a live radio show. But before I came here, I had a segment called Tasty Tuesday. It was a great segment. We were having so much fun. It was awesome. And then I got into a car accident. You see how life works, right? And during the segment, I had this very immaculate lady named Wainwright who was going around Las Vegas and testing out all these awesome restaurants and coming on my live radio show and giving us a live review. And guess what? She's back. So without further ado, let's welcome in Raven Wainwright. Woo! What's up, friend? How are you?
Good morning. I miss you so much.
I miss you too, friend. Good morning. Welcome back in. Yes, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I woke up for you today. I'm like, okay, well, actually, it's a little later in the day, so I'm like, I can do this 11 o'clock. 11:30 is not too bad, right?
Yes. Now, real quick, because it's in the negatives out here in Chicago. What's the weather in Las Vegas right now?
It's kind of good. I'm sorry. I've been seeing the snow on the East Coast. Everyone's they're shoveling. I'm like, listen, like it's still a little breeze here. It's gotten a little chilly. I'm like, okay, some nights at nighttime it gets very like windy, and that's when the coldness kind of kicks in. But for the most part, it's as an East Coast girl, I'm like, this is some good weather.
Fact. I mean, if I came back to Vegas right now, I'll be like, this is perfect. I'm in shorts. People don't believe
Yes,
me.
I've seen yours. It was like -1 degrees or something like that.
And it was -7 yesterday. Insane. Actually, not just insane, but ghetto. And I tell people all the time, like, I lived in 9 major cities so far, and a lot of them were spent in the South. And believe it or not, it does snow in the South. It snows in Dallas. It gets hecka cold in Vegas. And I don't care what anybody says, but the wind chill is extremely comparable to the wind here in Chicago. I mean, like it's tornado winds in Vegas. So it does get cold, but I'm glad that you are not freezing like we are. But yes, you got people on YouTube saying, welcome back, Raven. Let's ring that bell again. It's a great time to have you back.
Nice to see you all again.
Yeah, so let's get into it. What are we going to get into for today's segment of Tasty Tuesday?
So today I'm going to do a food review on a popular restaurant here in Vegas. I'm sure that you've heard about it. It's called Carmine's. They have one here. They have one in New York City. You know, we're Italian people. We love to go eat some Italian. So I actually went there about a month ago with one of my friends who's a chef. And I will say this, when you go to Carmine's, like, you have to come with a partner because, baby, those portions are shareable. And unless you don't want to look like a glut at the table, please bring someone to just indulge. It'll all be worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went to the Carmine's here in Vegas, which is located inside the Caesar's Palace. So it's going to be actually located towards like their shops area where they have all their stores, where that's located on the lower level. So to get started, everyone wants to get started with a cocktail. So we walked inside. It was around Christmas time. We're doing some Christmas shopping. I'm like, I need to sit down and relax. So I actually had 2 cocktails, but the first one that I started out with was their Manhattan. And there they call it the Very Italian Manhattan. I will rate this one a 9 out of 10. I'm a Manhattan old-fashioned girl. Theirs is made with Knobs Creek, which is okay. I would probably prefer something a little different the next time. But I will say the superstar of the evening was their espresso martini. And I had to substitute out for a Reposado tequila. I did Reposado Patron. That right there was a 10 out of 10. It had a espresso liqueur inside. It had fresh espresso. And once I had that, I'm like, I should have had 2 of these and not just one. But I was trying to play it good. I'm like, let me just get one. But their espresso martini was good. So they do come and they greet you at the table with the fresh bread. The bread was very warm, very precise, and baked very well with the fresh butter. A little crunch on the outside, soft on the inside. Who doesn't like to go to a restaurant and enjoy some fresh bread? For our first starter, we did get the Caesar salad. Caesar salad came out humongous. When I say humongous,
Like entree sized?
Entree, like I don't even, baby, like it's like you're going to grandmom's house and it's like a big plate that she's just placing down on the table for everyone. The Caesar salad could literally feed about 4 people. So every time we were literally done with each entree or each entree we were getting, we would just say, okay, now you just take this plate and you box it up. You give half to them and you give half to me. And then we just went from there. So I got started my Caesar salad. And then from there, we wanted to do a appetizer. So we got these stuffed mushrooms. The stuffed mushrooms were so good. They had bell peppers inside, which were charred and roasted, peeled and minced into the mushrooms. It was seasoned to taste very well, I can say the seasoning was. But as well, it was still good. I rated it 8 out of 10, the stuffed mushrooms. The person I came with, they rated it 8 out of 10 as well. It was just missing a little something. I will say that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm here at Carmine's. Like, I want to get a good pasta dish. So we were able to get the meatball entree, and I got that Parmesan style. So extra sauce, cheese laid out on top, melted, came out good. Again, very big portions. It's coming out, and I'm like, are they serious? Like, no one will literally never be able to eat here by themselves. And I'm like, do you guys have like a happy hour portion? Like, do they have anything that small portion? It was literally like so humongous. But that was a 6 out of 10. I will say that I was not fairly impressed with the meatballs. They were tender. They did melt in your mouth, but I will say that they could have used a little bit more of a sear on the outside, and something was missing. I'm like, they need to have someone's elbow back there with some seasoning, a little bit of something else inside of there because it was missing a little something. And I will say that the entire experience, I will rate it probably a 7 out of 10. Would I go back? Yes, I'm not opposed to going back, but would I go to one of my other favorite Italian restaurants over Carmine's? Yes, 2 things. Number 1, because of the portions. If I'm going to eat somewhere by myself, I can't go there, just pull up and be like, okay, I'm going to have all these leftovers. Honestly, I'm going to waste my money.
Right.
2, it was, I feel like it's something that's talked about a lot. It's like a popular restaurant, but to me, I wasn't completely wowed by everything. Even up to the end, I was so full, Jamie. You know, I love me a dessert. I will get my food. I'm one of those people that I'm boxing my food in between each course because I'm trying to save room for dessert. I didn't even have room for dessert. I'm like, listen,
Dang, it was that much food?
It was that much food. If you want to go,
Raven, you and I both know we can eat.
Yes, we can eat. Okay, and we save room for dessert. Like even if I had to take 2 spoonfuls, like okay, it was so much. Maybe because the pasta and how heavy everything was. We had the stuffed mushrooms and everything else, but it was just I couldn't take it. At the end, I think I spent about I spent about $250, including the tip. So,
and that was shared between you and your friend, or you guys just shared every single entree thing you ordered?
We shared every single entree. So the prices aren't like, the prices for a Caesar salad, even when I was looking at that, a Caesar salad is $35. Okay. So, yes. Okay. And that's how they get you because these portions are literally shareable. So from the Caesar entrees, drinks, and everything else, including the tip, I spent about $250. But
okay, so Gina Chandler says, "Yum, go back for the drink," and that leads me to this question: what was better, the drinks or the food?
The drinks.
Dang, the drinks were better than the food.
I'm an espresso martini girl, and that espresso martini was good. I will say that.
Listen, people are gonna drag me for this, but I have to say it. I don't like those.
Espresso martini? Do you enjoy coffee or are you not a coffee person?
Also, I think coffee is gross too, though.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
I feel like, I feel like if you have to doctor up coffee so much, make it taste good, it defeats the purpose. And espresso martini, as you're in the restaurant industry, it's not getting all that doctoring up. It's literally you're getting the coffee, you're getting the liquor, you're getting some Kahlua, you're getting a quick shake, and that's it. And Kahlua is not that sweet to cover up the coffee taste. I don't know. That's just my thought.
Next time you come back to Vegas, tell me because you're gonna come to my restaurant. We have like a salty caramel espresso martini that they kind of like secretly make.
See, but I can try that though. See, that sounds good. Like my
it's
thing
really
is,
good.
I'm always open to getting my mind changed, so I'm not stuck on that. But the espresso martinis I've had, it tastes like somebody's punching me in my throat. But you said you tried yours with Patron, right?
Yeah, I had tequila reposado, so I had Patron reposado.
What is it? What alcohol is it usually made with? Not tequila, right?
So it is. So I know at my place we use Kettle One for our espresso martini. So it's just you can always substitute. See, with me, to be honest, I had a shot of Hennessy before I came.
I'm dead.
I'm like, I need some still tequila, but I need a little darker one, so I had to get the tequila reposado.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so it's normally made with vodka. Okay. Well, for those who are listening in, don't fret because Raven Wainwright knows what she's doing when she picks these restaurants because there's a Carmine's actually in Chicago. Now, the only thing is that it is temporarily closed, but not for long. It's temporarily closed because they're just reconstructing it through 2024. So if you enjoyed what she says and you still want to check it out, even though she said the drinks were better than the food, it will be reopening back here in the Chicagoland area. So stick out for it. All right, Raven, thank you for coming
to
the show today.
I know. I'm so excited. I miss you so much. Like I still go to the Fridays sometimes across the street from my house. Trivia Tuesday.
Thank you so much. Listen, Raven Wainwright, you are a pleasure. You are a delight. And I'm so grateful to have you on. I'm sure we're going to have you on again. You are a delight. Now, before we let you go, let everybody know how they can follow you because you get them followers.
I do. You can follow me on Instagram at The Raven, TheRavenn. I did make a TikTok. I'm not active on there yet, but the next time that you see me on the Jaime Dee show, I will have more information about my TikTok as well as new videos because I'm like, I gotta become a TikTok girl. Like I just gotta start doing more with this.
You sure do. And listen, Keith Lee under some fire right now, so his spot might be up soon. You better.
What did you say?
You say it again?
I said, what did you say?
Hear me out. I'm not laughing at black people. I'm not. I support my people. But Keith Lee is under fire right now. You know how it is, child.
Why is he under? I know that because I just want to say everything about him. I met him twice already here in Vegas. He's actually very nice.
He's actually from Vegas.
I know he is.
The crazy thing is, I don't know why our time be so temporary. We need to stop that.
Yes.
But it be your own people. It be your own people. because he went to Atlanta, gave them food reviews, and then people could not handle it. But Atlanta ghetto. So
if you ever been to Atlanta airport, you should know by the airport. You
Hello?
go inside there, you're like, oh baby, they're
I lived in
smile.
Atlanta,
You want them to smile in the morning, and they're not smiling. They shake you down a little bit. The airport is huge. You should know. Okay.
You should know. You should know. But we're gonna have you back on one day. Raven, thank you so much. You have a good rest of your day. Okay, we're gonna chat again soon. All right.
Yes. Talk to you later.
Friend. All right. Bye-bye. So we are about to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna have a conversation about Candace Owens, and we're gonna talk about: is there such a thing as being too old for a job? Again, is there such a thing as being too old for a job? Stick around. This is the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP out of Las Vegas and live on WRMN out of the Elgin, the Chicagoland area. I'll be right back.
Listen Sunday afternoon to Handle on the Law.
So here you are getting the bill. Don't even open it. And you simply put deceased. You're going to get another bill. I would put, do you understand she's dead? Question mark. You're going to get another one. Exclamation point at this point. Do you understand that she is completely, unequivocally dead?
So deceased, return to sender.
Yeah. And do that a few times.
It's Handle on the Law this Sunday afternoon from 4 to 7 right here on WRMN.
You never know what or who you'll hear from on the first shift with me, Marky B. Like Tim Sconing, a WRMN news reporter back in the 1960s.
The jingles you all play, they were purchased by Dick Sutter. He was at some radio convention. He came back with this reel. I remember them playing that in the studio. We were so excited. We thought we were network now. And it's the same jingles today.
That's great.
Every time I hear them, I get excited about it.
I'm sure.
It's a lot of fun.
Fun times on the first shift right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show, woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 p.m. to 12 p.m. PST out of the Las Vegas, Nevada area, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin and Chicagoland area. I'm also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show, a real live radio show. If you're watching on any of the social media platforms, please do me a huge favor. Click that share button and share this out to your friends. Help support the Jaime Dee Show. All right, if you're just not tuning in, I went over some daily news. We had a conversation with Raven Wainwright. I always do it wrong. Raven Wainwright. Tongue twister. I love that girl. With Tasty Tuesdays today. And I have a conversation on, is there such a thing as being too old for a job? Now, pay attention, y'all, because we're going to talk about Candace Owens. And I know y'all love talking about politics on the radio. I mean, this is a news talk radio station, so I get it. Personally, I've never, and when I say never understood why somebody cares about what the next person is doing. I just never cared. We are born into this world with free will to do whatever the heck it is we want to do. Some of us use it for good. Some of us use it for nothing and just live regular lives. And some of us use it for bad. The ones that use it for bad deserve to be judged, shamed, and punished. That's fine. I don't disagree with that at all. But for those who are just living their lives where they want to without hurting themselves, others, and or animals, it just baffles me how people always find a way to insert themselves into that person's business or find a way to give an unnecessary, dumb, and disrespectful thought piece on how they feel about that person and what they're doing. I get yelled at by people in my industry so much for saying this, but I legit do not care that they're yelling at me for this belief, and I stand behind it. And what I get yelled for is for saying, I do not care. I don't. It don't. Yeah, I'm a live radio personality and I spread the news. I give my opinions and I talk about topics that the world is talking about, but I legit still do not care. I do not care about these random AF people. I do not care about what they're doing. I do not care what other people think about certain things. I don't even care about what people want. And I surely don't care about what people think about me. I've always felt this way. Why do I not care, you may ask? Because caring about any of that stuff does not help me in any way. It does not put money in my pockets. It does not relieve stress from my life. It does not put me in better spirits. It does not uplift me in any way. And it definitely does not help me become a better person. Yeah, I can give my thoughts and opinions on things. I give it time and attention. But the second I say my piece, I do not care. I'm over it. It's no longer at the top of my mind, and it is useless to me. That is if we're talking about things I don't care about. Does that make sense, y'all? Other people doing other things that don't got nothing to do with me. That's what I was saying. I don't care about that stuff because it don't do nothing for me. It don't for y'all. It don't help us. It don't aid us into figuring better ways to go around things. It doesn't teach any lessons. It just does nothing but spread drama and waste time. Now, the things I do care about are the things that are affecting me, other people, and the things on this planet that can't defend themselves. For example, this topic. Is there such a thing as being too old for a job? I care about stuff like this. Now, I brought it up because Candace Owens decided to be a disrespectful, unnecessary, distasteful, and ill-placed shock journalist who spoke negatively on Madonna for no reason. Now, I couldn't care less for Candace Owens, and I couldn't care less about what Madonna is doing. Neither one of them are paying my bills, but what I care about is the topic at hand. Candace Owens decided to say a bunch of rude, mean, and hateful things about Madonna unprovoked. Like, I don't understand why she decided to come at her so darn hard about still being a performer at her age. If the lady still wants to perform, let the lady perform. Who cares? Again, I don't care. And I get yelled at so much, you have to care. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't have to care to share news. I don't have to care to talk about an opinion. I just don't. I don't. I'm all for fighting for people to not have to work. That's what I care about. Because absolutely no one wants to work their entire life. I'm saying it again. Absolutely no one wants to work their entire life. Matt, the producer, do you want to work your entire life?
Nope.
And I sure don't either. And older people shouldn't have to work, especially when they've been working majority of their lives. Old people need a break, and there definitely needs to be protections to keep older people from having to work. However, if they want to work, that's up to them to decide. I don't know why they would want to, but everyone has their reasoning, and that's A-okay. I used to be a high schooler and college student, and my coworkers used to be in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and I'd be like, why are you here? Some of them didn't have Social Security. Some of them didn't have the savings. Some of them didn't have 401ks. Some of them were also just bored and wanted to get out the house, and that's okay. That's why they want to do it, let them. But to bag on someone unprovoked who isn't harming you or themselves is insane. I want you all to take a listen to what Candace Owens had to say and tell me if I'm tripping. Call in at 847-931-1410 or continue to comment on the social platforms. Again, that's 847-931-1410 or comment and I'll acknowledge your statements. I see we got the Tiger right here. You know what? I'm not going to say that live on air. Tiger! All right, take a listen.
On the topic of Madonna, it is definitely time to put grandma in a home. She doesn't have a remarkable voice, but I want to be clear that Madonna is now 65 years old. 65 years old. I mean, she is now qualified to get the senior discount at IHOP. But rather than sitting down with her grandchildren and getting that discount at IHOP, Madonna has decided that she is going to keep being what she perceives in her head is sexy. And of course, it's anything but. I mean, amazing. Literally, that is my 2-year-old dancing on vacation, and that is Madonna, which you have to pay to to go see her on tour. Is it maybe time to hang it up and just go to IHOP with your grandkids? And the answer, of course, is yes. But the media says that acknowledging that makes you an ageist. It makes you an ageist to recognize that watching her move around on stage trying to be sexy makes you uncomfortable in the same way that you would feel uncomfortable if you watched your own grandma do this. Bitch, I'm a daughter. It's like zombie land. It is why people are now saying accurately, as I have said for years, that she more resembles Jigsaw than a human being.
Rude, rude, rude. My thing is this. You don't have to go watch her, Candace. There are plenty of people who want to watch Madonna go on stage and look crazy. Now, hear me out when I say this. There are certain opinions that are like, okay, you're not wrong for that opinion, but why did you have to say it? Why did you have to say it in that manner? Because it's not all the times what you say, it's how you say it. And I mean, Madonna, we love you, but let's call a spade a spade. Your surgeries do look crazy, right? We know that. We can say her surgeries look crazy. That's fine. But to just do it for no reason, just to be rude to Madonna for what? And I'm not like the biggest Madonna fan, but for what? Like, yeah, we can see that her butt looks crazy. We can see that some of her surgeries look botched. But to go on a national platform and do that is so rude, so distasteful, and so unnecessary. To bring up somebody's looks unprovoked is just so rude, especially, again, unprovoked. And then you're mad at the way she's presenting herself on stage. Okay, if she wants to look crazy, she wants to look crazy, but guess what? People care enough and like her enough to pay to go watch her look crazy. And why do you care? If you're not going to pay to go watch her, who cares? Why have a segment on a person that you don't care about? You will never see me having a segment on a person that I'm not being forced to talk about that I do not care about, that I will literally not talk about. Camilla says on Instagram, why are women always hating on other women? I mean, it's a thing. You have black people hating on black people. You have men hating on men. You have women hating on women. You have certain gay people not supporting other gay people. I mean, it just sucks when your own community does not protect and help and love and cherish you. And Candace Owens, I'm going to say this, to be very, very frank, Candace Owens is smart. I think she's a great journalist. I think she knows exactly how to be compelling. But she uses her talents just to be nasty. And I hate that for her. I really hate that for her because she could be using her talents to be such a better person. Like all those things she said, like, bro, you're calling her old and a hag and she needs to go work at IHOP. I mean, if she, just like Gina Chandler says on Instagram, if she's able to do what she's able to do, then allow her to do it. Why would you take her from being on stage or being active and trying to be healthy and sending her to IHOP? Nothing's wrong with IHOP. But again, why would you send her there if she's able to make money? And again, she's a star. Unfortunately, a lot of these people need the money because they have teams. And even though they may try to live within their means, that stuff gets expensive. Having that lifestyle gets expensive. So I don't blame her. If she got to perform, she got to perform. But I feel like if she's being forced to perform, she shouldn't have to. And there should be protections for older people. But again, to come for somebody unprovoked like that is nasty. And it just sucks, Candace Owens, because you actually are great at what you do. And the sad part is you do it so well. And I know you can take all the things you do to be hateful and do a complete 180 and do the exact same quality of work and even better. And that's what makes me sick about you, Candace Owens. It's people like you that I'm like, why are you using your skills for negativity? All right, y'all, we gotta go. But that's just my spill. And I will be totally down to meet Candace Owens in person and be on a panel with her. Oh, baby, y'all know me. Y'all know me. Child, I got a master's degree in this, in life and in broadcast journalism. Try me if you want. All right, y'all, this has been the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of the Las Vegas, Nevada area, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin and the Chicagoland area. If you want to promote your business, products, services, music, and more live on my show, please do. Hit us up at info@jamiedee.com. All right, see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.